This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We are now in what is a Chinese car. It's called GAC Aion ES. And in this video, I'm gonna go up the mountain. It's gonna be a steep hill climb. Well, you guys probably don't know what the heck this place is. It's called Doi Ang Khang. It has some really steep hills. Yeah, I think the steepest part might be more than, I don't know how you count this, more than 20% grade. Yeah, so it's not easy to see it on the camera here. But yeah, it's a bit weird camera setup, by the way, because I have the front camera, of course, and then I put the other camera on the side window here mounted, and it's okay. It shows the instrument cluster because unfortunately there is no there's nothing on car scanner, so I cannot see any CAN bus data. Otherwise that would be useful to see some temperature, whatever. But it's still useful here to see what's going on in the car, right, from a driver's perspective, and you also see the elevation. But oh shit, I need to overtake that pickup truck before it's too late. Oh, maybe it's too late now. Okay, wait. No, it's actually not. It's never too late. Barely legal. Go. Yeah, Thailand only, where there are rules, but seems like you can bend the rules and nobody cares. Everyone does it. You know, you just have to. Like they say, เข้าเมืองตาเหล่ตาเหล่ตาตาม something like that, which means that you come to a town where people, they are shell, whatever they call it, the eyes are not straight, right? So you just have to be like them, yeah, something like that. So now we are stuck behind some fossils. I think I'm gonna try to overtake them in some uphills. We are a bit late now. It's 7:34 already. Normally I would be here almost an hour earlier, but I had some challenges with Isabel before I left home, so that's why it's like this. Okay, I know a place I can overtake this fossil. But you see how slow they drive? They go up the hill only at 30 kilometers per hour. Why? Is it because they're gonna enjoy the view? I think they're just afraid they will overheat the engine. So, yeah. You know, if I have the opportunity one day, I should come here with a fossil car and do the same thing. Reset the trip meter at the bottom of the mountain, and then we go up the hill and we go down again and we see how much we spend. Achtung, coming through. Now it speeds up, of course, or she, or whatever. Doesn't matter. This car, by the way, the reason why I test this car is because, man, those guys are cold rolling. Look at the safety, by the way. In Thailand, yeah, unfortunately, death rate is high because of stuff like this, and of course we have some monkeys hammering on the road. Okay, I'm just kidding, but yeah, that is definitely not Euro 5, right? Holy macaroni! It's like, oh shit! Why do they drive slow? Well, probably because that pickup truck is close to the maximum. Okay, let's go. Okay. I feel like I can go here. He's so slow, so I just utilize that. He's going langsam. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any extra weight with me. I always mention this since you might not have seen these videos before. So extra weight would make it more realistic, of course. But you can always offset for that by hammering. And if you ask me, do you want to drive slow and just have 200 kilograms extra weight, or you want to hammer it? I'm like, let me think about that, okay? Oh yeah, this is the problem. It's 7:36 now. Ideally, when I hammer here around 6:30, there'll be almost no traffic. And hey, can you go more to the left, s'il vous plaît? You also, the motorcycles, they need to hug the left side because they are slow. I don't know how many criminal offenses I have done by now, but there is no evidence of me doing it. Nobody's gonna know in the forest. They cannot hear you scream. So Yeah, okay, so why do I test this car, this GAC Aion ES? Well, because the performance figures are a bit weak. It has only 136 horsepower, which is like e-Golf power. 10-year-old e-Golf has 136 horsepower. And what is more important is that it has only 220 Newton meter of torque. So that could be problematic when you climb those hills and you hammer it. Will it overheat? Well, we'll find out. I already done one lap in Thai now. Now the second lap we will see if it overheats or what happens. But I also put the car in sport mode because if you put it in the other modes, you will have lower power. I'm gonna show it soon. Yeah, but yeah, that's also weird. I don't like that some cars they limit the power in different modes. You should be able to get access to all the power in regardless of what mode you're in. So if I now switch over to eco mode and I floor it, you see that that's the maximum power. And then in normal mode you unlock a little bit more power, and in sport mode you unlock a little bit more power, but you don't get the maximum all the way there for some reason. And I think it is because this car is also a fossil version. Sorry, I've been talking too long. But you see that the speedometer goes, well, you might not see it, but speedometer goes to 220 kilometers per hour. This car doesn't go 220. I think it was on around 100. No, according to spec I Googled, the maximum speed is 130 kilometers per hour only. And I tested it. The speedometer goes to around 137, and then GPS speed is in fact 130. So fortunately, you can go 130, not 130 on the Speedo, which was only around 124, unlike the Maxus, also a Chinese car. Yeah. Oh, Bjørn! But I don't know if you noticed something. I mean, no, actually, not yet. I'll mention it later. But yeah, the consumption is capped. Yeah, it's a Chinese car. It's lying. ABC always be cheating. So you will see that it's capped at a certain point. It doesn't go any higher, and it doesn't make any sense because when you look at all the data here, we are climbing up the mountain. So the consumption should rise and rise and rise. And I've seen cars where it's not capped on display. Then we usually spend around 650 to 700 watt-hour per kilometer when we are at the top of the mountain. Well, I went not the very top, but at least to the turnaround point. But I don't remember exactly how much it was here, but I think maybe we are getting close to the cap point. We'll see. Just keep hammering it. Motorcycle. Yeah, you hug the left lane or the other left. Yeah, in other opposing left. I wonder if 509 watt-hour per kilometer was the cap point. Yeah. TCS working. Okay. That's good. Yeah. Thank you for saving my ass. Okay, maybe I'll take it easy around these corners. Hairpin turns. Yeah. See now, it starts stabilizing at 509 watt-hour per kilometer. It stays there. It went up earlier, right? Keep going up, and then it just stops there, even though we are climbing. You can see on the what do you call it? The other, yeah. I have the speed and elevation. That app is called GPS Test Plus. Yeah, so 509. Yeah, but you will see on the way down that eventually it will start going down again. But it will take a while before we descend again. So now we're just testing to see if it has any power limits. But a little spoiler alert is that the first run there were no power limits and I couldn't hear any fans. But maybe on the second run it will start getting exhausted. We'll see. That's why we have two runs. I actually consider not making this second run in English because it seems like Western people, Falang, they don't care too much about this, or they don't know what the heck it is. But Thai people know Doi Ang Khang, It's like you tell the Thai people, oh, we're gonna go drive on the Stelvio pass, you know, they'd be like, huh, the Stelvio what? Yeah, it's a nice mountain pass in Italy. And there's also, of course, a car named after Stelvio, which is a Alfa Romeo Stelvio thingy. Yeah, fossil, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the car is flying up the hills, but at least it can go up the hill without power limit. Other cars, when you floor it, you have to hold it back, otherwise you'll be going way too fast. But here, I tend to just floor it all the way, just barely gain speed. So this is the disadvantage of having only 220 Newton meter torque. Yeah, how was it again? Horsepower wins races and torque horsepower wins discussions and torque wins races. Oh, I don't know how it was. Was it Jay Leno said this, or? Okay. Now it's getting steep. Oh, it's getting steep. This car is also front-wheel drive. Maybe not the best. Rear-wheel drive would have been slightly better. I wonder if I'm gonna catch some of these fossil cars when I go back down, because I think they have to go quite slow. Otherwise, they'll be overheating the brakes, unlike us. Because EVs, they are superior. You know, all the people I talk to in Thailand, you know, you would think that Thai people, they are against EV. Well, some people are, but the guys I talk to, they were like, dude, EVs, they are good shit. And especially in Thailand, because we don't have winter and shit like here. We don't have cold gate, we don't have massive consumption. The consumption is really consistent throughout the whole year. Maybe during raining season, it becomes slightly higher because of wet road, but even in extreme heat, the car actually becomes super efficient. Well, okay, not super, but actually fairly efficient still. Yeah, I measure that the best efficiency is at night near Bangkok when it's 27 degrees Celsius or something, or maybe 30 degrees, I'm not sure. But as long as you don't have the sun blasting in, then you don't spend that much on cooling, on AC. But you get the benefit of high temperature and low drag, or just the air is less dense when it's hot, right? Something like that. So yeah. So actually Thailand, I realize, is perfect. You know, I talked for the longest time that Norway is the perfect country for EV, because you have low speed limits and you have low electricity prices. Well, in Thailand, the electricity prices here, they are roughly 10 euro cents per kilowatt hour. But at least for now, fast charging is relatively cheap. It's around 15 to 20 euro cents per kilowatt hour. But I think it's artificially low, because probably it's subsidized or something. But at least for now, yeah, it's okay electricity prices. But what makes EVs good for Thailand is that you cannot drive too fast here. There's way too much traffic. There's way too many right lane huggers, people without any lane discipline. The roads, they are simply not good enough for hammering it, unlike in Europe. And the temperatures are nice and warm, or nice and high rather. Well, I need to U-turn over here. So now the military, I think that's the military, army, yeah. They want, that's the guy, same guy again. He also just U-turn. Yeah, that's what I do. But what is the consumption up to this point? It's 509 watt-hour per kilometer. Oh, sorry, I had a little bit of mucus in my. Sometimes I just need to but I can't do it now because the wind. I cannot open the window because it's the suction cup is there. One of my shafts are there. I can open the other window and try to aim, but no. Okay, but there is another method, which is to swallow it. But let's not do that now. Okay, I'm not into swallowing right now. Okay. Anyway, I just ruined you guys' appetite for breakfast now, but sorry about that. But yeah, you will see that it's 509 watt-hour per kilometer. Okay, I'll show you something interesting here. So we are in sport mode, and you will see that when I just let off the pedal, well, okay, I can't do it now. I have to watch out. Achtung, langsam. You don't want to risk anything here, you know, just for the sake of the test. But Let me see. Okay, wait. After this hairpin turn, that's one of the fossil that we hammered earlier. So they drive more realistic speed, you know, comfortable speed. They have passenger. They don't want passenger to vomit, you know, throw up. But here, okay, here. If I let off any pedals now, you will see that it regen at a certain level, and then a little bit more. But if I press the brakes gently, you see that we get more regen. But if I activate iPedal, we are in sport mode right now, but if I activate iPedal, this is kind of weird, we go out of sport mode, and we are now currently in the iPedal mode. So what I'm not 100% sure of is that in iPedal mode, is it only using regen, or does it actually substitute with friction brake? I suspect that they also use, I suspect friction brake is also active to simulate one pedal drive. So for that reason, I turn off iPedal, and we are back in sport mode. And then I will use recuperation level normal. Wait, if I put it on high? Oh, interesting. Oh, I had to manually switch it. Okay, regen was in normal, but I switch it to high. I can be in sport mode and have it in high regen. Okay, but I wonder if it defaults back if I switch to let's see, I switch to eco mode and then switch to normal mode and then switch to sport. No, it stays on high. Okay, good. I'm just a noob, just learning how to use this car. Okay, so what we'll also see on the way down is that suddenly the consumption will jump up from 500, rather drop, yeah. Mysteriously, it will suddenly drop from 509 watt-hour per kilometer to something lower. So this is a very clear indication that the consumption is capped. However, it is really high, so it's not that common that you hit that level. So most people won't even know that there is a cap there. Yeah, now we have lower than 509. Who you tried to fool, huh? You ain't fooling me, fool. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we will also see now on the way down if we have the regen limit, and yeah, also we could try to get a feel if that regen limit is due to battery or motor. Because remember that the way physics work is that at top there we had higher potential energy, and as you go down, the potential energy is transformed into kinetic energy. You lose potential energy and you gain kinetic energy, more and more kinetic energy, which means that you go downhill, but you gain more speed. But then comes the curse, you know, they call it, many Chinese cars, they actually call it curse, K-E-R-S. But in Europe, they don't usually call it curse, they call it regen, which is a regenerative brakes, you know. But curse actually means kinetic energy recovery. Kinetic energy recovery system, yeah. So what happens then is that the kinetic energy is pushed into the motor, and the motor then reverts the process and transform it to electricity. But there are losses on that way, and also the motor then needs to revert and you know, do some stuff there. But in most cases, I would assume that there shouldn't be any like motor overheating because of regen, because usually regen is only around 20 to 50 kilowatt when we go downhill, and it doesn't show you the kilowatt numbers, but that's usually how it is. You can actually calculate in a way, it's kind of complex. You could calculate based on altitude drop and speed and something and distance, or you can look at the consumption, the way the consumption drops also versus speed or distance, yeah, something. Then you can calculate roughly how much you are regening in kilowatt, right, on average or something. So, oh, I see now, there's another car in front of us. But, I mean, needless to say, EVs, they are superior because you can charge at home, you cannot refuel at home. You can regen, you never have to worry about overheating your brakes when you go downhill like here. So, why is that faucet driving so slow? I need to hammer it. Wait, I need to also activate some ND filter. Yeah, it's getting sunny now. Achtung, it's coming through! Schnell! Yeah, dankeschön. There's always the little German in me, no matter which country I am in. Yeah. One time German, always German. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but so far it doesn't seem like we have any power limits or regen limit. Now it's regen at max downhill. Well, it's very, very convenient to just have it on high regen. I like it. And the regen is fairly smooth. It's not that slow, you know. Let me just get a feeling when you do this. Yeah. Or maybe it has that slight ramp up, like most Chinese cars. Yeah, I feel like it might have it, but it's not that bad. Like Seeker, man. Seeker. Seeker is bad because the regen comes gradually. So it's like when you let off the pedal, you get more and more regen. Slow down in case someone wants to overtake the tractor. But the annoying part is that I usually use the throttle to adjust regen. I hear over and over again people say, but it's best to coast. Well, I'm technically coasting. When you just push the throttle gently, if you have, let's say, 20-30% throttle, you are literally coasting, depending on what car it is, of course. But then but then I can just keep the foot on one pedal and just adjust the way, you know. If I floor it, then I get more power. If I lift off, I get more regen, and then if I stay in between, I get coasting, right? So you get this seamless, throttle adjustment. Really nice, really. Like, once you've gotten used to it, once you master it, driving becomes so pleasurable. But then people say, but I like to coast, I want to have zero regen. Well, then you need to move your foot between the brake and the brake pedal and the throttle, which is not ideal, you know. Well, you can have one foot on each one, of course, that also works. But why make it complicated, right? So, just trying to make a little conversation here because there's not much going on. We have stressed the battery, it doesn't overheat, we stressed the motor. So yeah, even the weak motor here performed well. So that should indicate that the cooling on the motor is good enough. But the Aura Good Cat didn't cool good enough. And actually I have data on the Aura. I remember it. I noticed it. Yeah, okay, the background here again quickly is that the Aura Good Cat several years ago overheated when went up a different mountain. It was called Puchifa, also in the north of Thailand. And ever since then there was like a lot of talk on social media and in the EV community that, oh no, are EVs bad for climbing mountains? When I tested it, and it was only Aura Good Cat, and maybe the MG4 had a slight problem. But it wasn't critical, and the car didn't stall. It just gave me a little warning, and then maybe had turtle mode and some limitation. But it was just, okay, slightly reduced power to the point where it would be as slow as a fossil-ish, right? No big deal. EV still kick ass for the Lord. Yeah, Elon Musk for president. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, when I remember when I hammered it with the Aura Good Cat near Bangkok at night, and I had the OBD stuff going on, the car scan. I saw that the battery, I saw that the temperature was at how much was it again? It was high, man. I don't remember the numbers, but it was higher than other cars. Maybe it was around 60 to 80 degrees Celsius. Whereas when I did the same thing with a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y, I don't remember, state, it would be just chilling at around 40, 50 degrees Celsius at the same speed, right? So that could indicate that the motor cooling on the Ora Good Cat is not that great. Next week, no, actually in tomorrow, I'm going to drive this car to Bangkok, and I will do a Sunday drive, and I will switch it to at EVMe, switch it over to an Ora 07. And if you've never heard of it before, the 07 is like a Porsche Panamera from Temu. So, but since it's more expensive, it should be better, right? Better built. But I wonder if I should come to this mountain and test it to see if it has the same problem. Yeah. Because actually, 2 years ago, I also borrowed Ora Good Cat GT. It's like the performance version of the Ora Good Cat. And even that one had some problems, I think. It has more power and more higher torque, but still front wheel drive, and still not that ideal cooling. But I mean, which car was it again? I wonder if it was BYD, like Atto 3, and also, but especially Atto 3. Atto 3 doesn't have that powerful battery cooling, so the Atto 3 overheats, and especially in Thailand, I've seen it. Like when you fast charge it, you get 85 kilowatt for a little while, but in Thailand it throttles way earlier than Europe. And in the beginning, 2 years ago, when I went to that dam and whatever, right? That dam that had whatever, the floating solar panel farm, whatever. I didn't know what was going on, because then I didn't have the car scanner profile, whatever. But later, when I was in Norway, car scanner was working, and I saw everything was going on, and I saw that it overheated. The battery temperature went up to a certain point. I don't remember, it was 45 degrees or 50 degrees, and then that shit would overheat. Even though we didn't run the HVAC or anything, it was just too weak cooling. And I have indication that even the BYD Sea Lion 7, which is the EV platform 3.0, seems to also overheat. So it seems like it's just history repeats itself. Some Chinese car manufacturers, actually the biggest EV manufacturer in the world, BYD, they are surpassing Tesla, you know. They still don't build powerful enough cooling. The earliest I need to comment before we do this. Okay, consumption was 211 watt-hour per kilometer. That is a bit high, because you see the average speed is 51 kilometers per hour. If I cruise at 51 kilometers per hour on a flat surface, okay, maybe if I accelerate a bit up and down, the consumption should be lower than 150. Maybe 120 to 150 watt-hour per kilometer. So the reason why it's higher, because there are losses here. Mainly it just went into heat, yeah, in the motor and in the battery. But yeah, I mean, I can talk a little bit more since I'm in a good roll now. So yeah, even a Tesla, yeah, the Millennium Falcon might not have the best cooling, but that's the first gen Tesla, at least in that era, if you don't count Roadster, classic Roadster. But from there, you know, they made it better and better. But at least the classic Teslas, Model S and X, they tend to be noisy at superchargers. But Model 3 and so on, they have excellent cooling. No? So, yeah. But that's just how it is. I'm just saying that Elon Musk is a genius. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video now. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.